inside my head. See voices behind the wall, uplifting the underdog. We fighting above the law.
Hello, everyone. Hold on. Hold up. Okay, here we go. Hey, Holy Sin, Northern, Sharon Tuck, Stacy, Chatty Jen, Pam, Kinkins. Did I say Squids? Hey, Pink Dahlia, Philip, Gemini, Darzilla, Karen, Janica, Ashley, Frankie Hopkins, Molly Brown, Peaches. All right, let's go back down here. Hi, Amy. Hey, Peggy. Hey, Sherry. Patty Ponytail. For the love of books. Hi, Gail. Spooky. Lipstick and pepper spray. Little light of mine. Road less traveled. Hey, y'all. Hey, y'all. So, let me pull up chat. We're going to give it a minute here, but oh, man. People were sending me, clips of lots of stuff today. And then the clips of JodieSue. Just, I don't even know what we say about JodieSue anymore. It's ridiculous. But again, remember last week I called to double check because JodieSue loves to tell people that she has been cleared as a suspect in the Summer Wells mystery case. Hi, Punksy. Hey, Shuby Mom. Hey, Smiley. Valerie. Lucia. Miss Quinzo. Hey, Boo. Hey, Prairie. Hey, Thomas. I like your tattoo. How many tattoo piercings do you have? Lots. I don't even know how many. A lot. Okay, so anyway, JodieSue likes to say she was cleared as a suspect, but she was not. And TBI reinforced that with me last week. If you guys remember, I put it on community posts, but yes. Hey, Daisy. Hey, Karen. Hey, ES. Hey, everyone. So their exact words is nobody has been cleared and they are still investigating everything and everyone. Their exact words. Take that for what you will. And that's that. So JodieSue is not cleared. To me, that is still saying everybody is still a suspect and everybody is being investigated still. So I don't really say too much. I just kind of like roll my eyes when there's clips of her that unfortunately I have to listen to sometimes because I care about Summer Wells and this lady was a neighbor and very much a suspect, right? So sometimes I do unfortunately have to listen to this lady and I don't like it, but I do it for all y'all. Okay. I take one for the whole team. Okay. Hey, Laura. Hey, Dodie. Emily. So anyway, today she went live and we're going to review it, because she feels as though Bullhorn Betty is stupid for not knowing, oh, Bullhorn Betty, didn't you listen to this or that I put out there? So we're all going to listen together today because apparently she thinks she is the most important person in the Summer Wells case. And she knows all of these things that she's not telling us, but she has a channel and she wants Summer to be found, but she knows all of these things that she's just going to sit there and laugh and call us all stupid because we don't know what she knows and she ain't going to tell nobody, but we're supposed to just fucking figure it out. And she wants to sit there all sigh. Oh, don't you know? Like it was 3 people that heard the scream. And then now today, it's not just that they heard a scream, they heard car doors, they heard all of these things, right? So I'm like, oh, okay, well, shit. Well, if Bullhorn Betty is so dumb because she doesn't remember exactly how this played out, then, we're all dumb too. So I went back and re-listened to the bullshit today. And oh my God, does her story change throughout. And then it takes her like, let me label 12 or 13 different videos with Summer's name. And it really has nothing to do with Summer. Ridiculous. So JodieSue, Little Miss, important, and pay attention to me. Pay attention to me. Oh, by the way, mods, if you would share my PayPal, my Cash App, yeah. She loves to pin her PayPal while talking about summer. And tonight I'm talking about JodieSue. And she was going after and claiming Bullhorn Betty gets her paycheck from talking about JodieSue or using JodieSue. And that's why JodieSue was asking questions that were very good questions, in my opinion, in the chat. Instead, Bullhorn Betty got dragged for asking questions to do with summer and then was called stupid, and we're all stupid. She actually said we're all dumb, we're all just retarded, and she knows everything. And the answer lies with the dogs. The answer lies with the dogs. And we all three heard the scream. And even though I'm a liar and the sheriff says it's unfounded, which we're going to Google it together what unfounded means, because she says unfounded means that she's being truthful. Just because the police said it's unfounded doesn't mean that I still it still happened, and it's factual. It's unfounded, but it's factual. Get the fuck out of here. I can't with her. I lost so many brain cells today watching her for hours. Mr. Shine, hello. So since she wanted to drag Bullhorn Betty, and she wanted to say we are all stupid because we don't understand the words coming out of her mouth, we're going to try and figure this out together. And I apologize. But if I have to, you have to. Okay. Okay, so. Okay. Okay. 6 hours ago? Yes. Okay, so all right, I'm gonna pull up chat on my phone here so I can see, and I'm gonna pull this up, and there's some things I want to say, and then we're gonna go to her old video back when she first brings up the scream on her channel. We're gonna do her just work with me. Go through this craziness with me. Here we go, because she had a lot to say, and she was calling all of us stupid because apparently she knows it all, and she doesn't tell anyone what it is. So I was like, you know what? Today I will give Benny a break, and I will poke the bear a little bit. Share screen. All right, here we go. Fair use and everything, because we all want answers. And she's saying that she has the answers and we're all dumb. So, she should want us to go over. It sounded like she was mad that Bullhorn Betty didn't watch her enough. So we're gonna do that. All right, hold on. And we're going to speed her up, because you have to speed her up at least 2 notches so that she talks actual normal. Okay. All right.
Bullhorn, have you ever thought about doing something productive, like going and getting some more domestic violence?
Oh, we're already going right at the beginning, going after Bullhorn Betty, aka Andra. Okay.
Anyway, Graham.
We're gonna get right into it. 52 minutes of this shit. I'm sorry.
Bullhorn, have you ever thought about doing something productive, like going and getting some more domestic violence charges, or I don't know?
She's the last bitch that should be talking about anyone having domestic violence charges. Plus, you never know how situations work. As you know, I've been through my own domestic things, and you guys know how your abuser likes to use the court system to further abuse you. So why she would even mention that, beyond me. All she did was show up in a chat, and I believe you have to be subscribed for a week or something before you can even chat. So I mean, Bullhorn Betty did her time. Okay, so she was in the chat asking questions. So right off the bat, just getting started, already going hard for Bullhorn Betty, whatever her reason. Yeah, wow. Hey, Bullhorn Betty. Yeah, I think so. Me and you are good at pissing people off, I tell you.
Something besides fucking up missing children's cases with your.
All right, okay, and then right there, like, okay, I didn't even have to play it for that second, but do something productive. Let's see. Do we ever see her do anything productive? Because I could pull up her videos where she's like streaming for 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 hours at a time, all day, every day. She is streaming, right? So go to Bullhorn Betty's channel and you're going to see that she has been boots on the ground for multiple cases. She is traveling all around the globe to help where she can in multiple different cases and situations and every which way politically and actually helping and helping with, you know, every which way. Okay. Do something productive. Are we really saying that to Bullhorn Betty to do, like, I'm sorry, love or hate her, you can't say that she's not a productive person. And meanwhile, she's sitting here at a Starbucks streaming again for her first or second or third time in this day, or, you know, whatever.
Stupidity. And no, it wasn't from these Collins Bullhorn. It was from the nice humans who have hearts, who gave a shit.
Nice humans with hearts don't talk about smothering babies who are born with some kind of disability or killing children that trespass onto their lawn. Doesn't sound like a nice person with a big heart to me.
That's who it's from, because it most certainly wasn't from you pieces of shit, Bullhorn. Oh, didn't you get that fried hair, though, from making money on Summer? And
Fried hair, though. Look at. I don't know. Okay.
little fundraisers get back and forth, act stupid.
Fundraisers that she's got PayPal Cash App pinned all the time. Let me label this summer for 13 episodes in a row with my PayPal pinned, and then actually use the saying that I was Summer's next door neighbor. I'm a witness to the case, so I deserve to be one that makes money off of Summer. Get the fuck out of here. I don't ask. A lot of Pepsi. Mr. Cher bought pizza, and yeah, a nap and some pot.
Yeah, there's no lies where it concerns Summer Bullhorn.
Yes, please do. Yeah, I don't care, because she was saying Bullhorn Betty likes to use her to make her paycheck, and that's why she went in the chat today. So yeah, I rescheduled a different show tonight so that I could make a paycheck tonight off of her. So let's, yeah, definitely cash up, gang, all night tonight while I'm talking about JodieSue. I love it.
Otherwise, y'all are what you are. You're pieces of shit, Bullhorn. Why are you even in here?
Yeah.
You just decided to grace me with your goddamn presence after a year. Don't you have another potato to go work on with MGL or something, Bullhorn?
This is like mad jealousy talking right here. First, she just said that Bullhorn Betty is an unproductive, like, lazy person who, right? She's not a productive creator or reporter or a human, right? But here she is like, don't you have this case or that case to go back and do? So she's acknowledging everything that Bullhorn Betty has done, but just a minute before was like, she's so unproductive.
Well, Bullhorn, you see, if you watch like everything and you know what narratives are versus bullshit. My son has always been like, it was kind of like an animalistic scream, but
Bring them kids into it again. I love when she keeps like, oh, we leave the kids out of it. Oh, my kids are victims, but let me drag them into this at every opportunity to act as my alibi and save my ass for me, because I start shit in grown ass adult situations, and I love to bring my kids in to try and back my ass up, because, you know, everything she says is unfounded.
not. Those are his words. Your name really doesn't cross my mouth at all, Bullhorn. You're not that fucking important.
For her, your name not to cross her mouth. She sure drops it a lot in this 54 minutes.
I mean, you're just another piece of shit in this cog that's surrounded Summer in her case and fucked it up with your stupid douchebaggery.
Fucked it up. We fucked up Summer's case. How? I would say people that are just giving unfounded information is fucking it up.
I don't know. Bella, you got time. Check that one out. Oh dear boy.
Oh my gosh, she turned into a horse.
Seriously.
I'm rewinding that because
no,
that was
delete
awesome.
Or anything. Her stupid can stop. Check that one out. Oh dear bullhorn, you're useless.
Oh, it's almost as bad as NK.
Seriously. No, don't delete her or anything. Her stupid can stay for a minute until I'm done.
Bullhorn
Make
Betty
sure
stupid
really
can
her.
stay for a minute. Like SpongeBob?
Because I wasn't asleep. But for like a 10 or 15 minute period. Well, before the screen. God. Release the real messages to the public. Not you dipshits have truth and facts to go on instead of bullshit pumping it out into a fucking case and fucking it up. Y'all just spin narratives and bullshit, pump it out, and still somehow manage to fuck up everything.
There, that it hurts my throat. I can't do it again.
They just can't help themselves, y'all. Just can't do it.
She is Christy. Hey, Trulia.
Well, Keys is doing blowjobs for that circuit right now.
So. Oh yeah. Oh, did she just say blowjobs? That reminds me that when Andy wouldn't give her money, I know, like, Don has told me stories. He didn't say JodieSue's name, but he did say my fat ass neighbor who what did he say? My neighbor's a fat ass nosy bitch, but her mouth can settle debts real good. So I'm not sure what that means, but I'm pretty sure she was it sounded like, I got the impression from Don that one of his neighbors right there, like when he would just go outside and he would, show right down there, which to me that's JodieSue's from what we know now, was giving him head for some drugs for payment when Andy wouldn't give her allowance and that. So I don't know, but Don's a liar and all, so I'm not sure who you want to believe. She'll say that's probably not true, but do you believe her? Do you believe Donald? I don't know. I wish I could understand this. So she's terrible, 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 but we're all stupid,
So it's possible. Well, actually, they've all been here since day one.
Don was like, I was getting some. Getting some. Ah, Jodie, you're nasty.
Did you put it in the box, Bella, or did you just delete its messages?
Oh, she's resorted to calling Blowhorn Betty an it now. Here's a little something for JodieSue Brown to be mad about. Thank you, Pointer Lover. Appreciate that.
Check to see that it was her.
This is terrible. I'm sorry.
Take her out of the box.
Take her out of the box. She's like, hey, mods, put the bitch in the box. Yeah. I don't know if she means block her or hide her or something.
Oh, dear. She must need paycheck this week or drama or something.
I do. So that's why I'm talking about you, JodieSue.
I don't watch her shit, man.
I'll drop the link if you come in chat. I'll let you up. If you'd be a good girl. Am I too stupid for you, JodieSue?
No, I don't even pay attention to her. Other than like when she's here causing chaos or being stupid. And they make a clip of her being stupid.
Bullhorn Betty causing chaos? No. Tracy Carr. Hi, mods and chat. Hope you are well. Hope you are well, too. Thank you for being a member for 8 months. Choo-choo.
Not knowing shit. And, fucking up so badly. She's over going, there's a dog. We got to see if the dog's. Not knowing they're like, the dogs. The dogs. I guess I'm between getting domestic violence charges or something for herself. Doesn't she have financial shit too? Financial crimes.
You should really worry about your own damn self.
Bullhorn, never underestimate the power of stupid people. And you in this group fall into that. I know the saying, never underestimate the power of stupid people in large groups. You all fit that fucking shit to a T.
And be like
You all are
Kavi.
useless. You're a bunch of fuck ups, and you need to stay the hell out of missing.
No, you're
and
not
murdered
Black
children's
Nicolina.
investigations,
Nuh-uh.
domestic violence victims
No.
cases. Well, it can't start with JSB Bullhorn because those are my whole fucking initials. Are you all see this one I'm talking about? You're dumb as a fucking box of rocks, lady.
Somebody told her that
You
a
need
lot of
content
times
today?
or something, because
Is that it?
that's exactly how I feel about her. And watching this for a second time today hurts my stomach. Hey, Shan. Love you, girl. Hey, Puddin'. What did Nicolina say? Just tried to send a super chat and it said not available. Well, thank you. It's the thought to count. That's why would it say that? My YouTubes have been acting so weird. I haven't been able to super chat anyone. I've tried to super chat Rap a couple times and it says I have to keep updating my payment or whatever. That's why I Cash App people now. It's JodieSue Brown on male hormones. Her voice is deeper than my husband's. Oh, shit. I don't know. Thank you for that. I get my extractions on the 8th of July. Oh, awesome, Laura. That is awesome. Super excited for you.
Running low. Can't find a new child's body to bullhorn around. What is it?
What?
You and Keys.
And somebody PayPal'd me $5, by the way. I didn't see a name, but thank you so much for that. Everything's going towards me meeting my dad next month for the first time in 33 years. So I'm freaking out. But yeah, we're leaving on the 15th or 16th to head that way. And yeah, it'll be an interesting week in July. So I thank you guys. Much appreciated.
App slow.
I feel like we should speed her up even one more notch.
All right, baby. What? You're gonna have to retype that.
Retype that,
was so fucking
Bullhorn.
illiterate. I can't go. What?
Retype it. I can't understand what you're saying. Retype what you're saying.
Shit, it's taking too long to text back. Shit. Fuck my life.
It's awesome and scary, Nicolina. I'm freaking out.
You know what? I find it. I don't know. Like, I'm gonna check the channel. See if it's her or not.
Yeah, check and make sure it's really Bullhorn Betty, because I could be just calling somebody else all of these horrible names and acting like I'm so much smarter than them.
God damn it. Punctuation matters, Bullhorn.
Punctuation matters, Bullhorn. Like, what the freak? And I don't even want to get into her chain smoking while bitching about cancer and everything. Sarah, thank you for being a member for 2 months. A member on this crazy train with no exits. Choo choo.
How come she can't type that other shit back out where it's...
Why are we worried about how Bullhorn Betty is
make sure she's correct on
typing
before she put it out into the stratosphere?
Just
can't do that.
Let's not answer
Biggest
whatever
fucking
she
toad.
said. Let's just bitch about how she typed it out. Which, by the way, JodieSue, I'm sure you know this because you're so much smarter than any of us here on the YouTubes. But when you leave a comment, and especially when you probably have your slow chat on for whatever, you only get so many characters. So she was probably trying to get everything to fit into one text because you're bitching about how slow in between texting as well. But hey, what do I know? I'm just, dumber than a box of rocks, as you say.
What am I lying about, Bullhorn? And before you answer that, you might want to make sure you follow
I'm
the
not
real
sure,
source.
Nicolina.
Because I still catch you even in clips, not knowing the basics of Summer's case and everything else. And let's not forget you're the crew that had the fucking audacity after coming in my fucking inbox months ago, last year. We're the potato crackers. Will you help us with Summer? We have a throw. I was like, no, fuck right off, Remember that?
Yeah. Oh, fuck right off. I'm not going to talk to anyone because what we can't prove is that you and Andy wanted hundreds of dollars, a minimum of $400 to $500 to even say anything to begin with anyway. So, and then it was like, well, I'm going to start my own channel because I'm not going to let these creators make money up off of me when I could make my own money. So it was always about the money, 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 money to get JodieSue and Andy to start talking 100%. Oh, and Dawn and Candace also paid JodieSue at the beginning when she first originally came out and was like protecting Candace, but not really talking about Dawn, but whole mess, which I'll show you in text between me and Dawn too. You'll see how that kind of whole mess was playing out because Dawn was texting me like, well, Candace says that it's fine what JodieSue's saying because she can't mention me because I wasn't there, so she can't really mention my name. I'm like, Dawn, she's dragging you without really dragging you, but yeah, it's protecting Candace, but not you. And then she turned her story all the way around, is now dogging Candace as well. Remember? It took me twice years to go through. Oh, YouTube, they hate me. They're just always trying to silence Cher.
Yeah. Notorious for paying for interviews. But let's not forget you come from a camp that then immediately went.
Yo, again, they wanted $400, a minimum of $400 to start talking. That's all JodieSue and Andy cared about was money to talk. And that's literally why she started her YouTubes, because she literally said the words, and so did Andy, that I'm not going to let other creators make money off of me by going on their channels. I'm going to make money. Everyone will come to my channel because I was the neighbor of, oh, yes.
Protested outside my fucking officials and places like that, writing fucking letters.
Let's buy JSB a muzzle. Thank you, Talks to Animals.
And have Summer's information wrong, but your pops weren't doing their jobs correctly. No, MGL and MDib, you're the same camp. Bullhorn. Don't lie to yourself. You know as well as I do how all of you dipshits.
Different altogether, but I mean, whatever, to each their own, I guess. If that's how you want to label it, let's just hurt Bullhorn Betty any way I can, and let's just put her in the same box as Molly Golightly.
Just operate in the background. And you know why you're here today.
You know why she was there today? She was asking questions.
So,
why, Jodie? Tell us.
Get real. No, Bullhorn. You think a lot for somebody that doesn't think at all.
You think a lot for somebody who doesn't think at all. Okay. Betty, Jodie, what you're going to do when the phone bills due, car insurance, water bill, right? And Dawn's not there anymore for her to get on her knees like he had told us. So let me read that again. What do you say? Let me read that again. He would say like, he would say nasty stuff about. Now he didn't say JodieSue's name, but I know he was talking about JodieSue because there was times where he'd point, like he'd be outside, and you can see the neighbor, so I know he was talking about JodieSue. But he'd say, that fat nosy bitch, my neighbor, the fat nosy bitch, like her mouth can get her out of debt real good when her husband Andy's not around to give her allowance and pay for the shit that she needs. Yeah, same like. I'm sure Candace probably did that shit too. When Dawn was like in Utah and she was always whining about money. Oh, for sure. How do you think they'd score when people like Andy and Dawn take off for days and sometimes weeks at a time? How do you think then they're women who are strung out get their shit just like my mom did?
What questions have you asked exactly? What questions? I did answer the one about the sleeping.
Thank you, Shuby Mom. Gang, gang.
Because that's stupid and bullshit. Because you don't need to ask from home ground. And those messages are over on my Facebook. I leave my comments so people like you. I answered that, Bullhorn. Are you fucking deaf? I answered that. And I responded to the one about the animalistic partner. I didn't lie about anything. Bullhorn, what the fuck are you talking about?
She didn't lie about anything. That's all she does is lie. If her lips are moving, she's lying or unfounded. however you want to say. If her lips are moving, everything is unfounded from this bitch's mouth.
Listen to the whole thing.
Also, did she? I think at the beginning of this, please God, don't make me rewind. But I could have swore she said she was sleeping for 10 to 15 minutes after the animalistic scream. Are you going to tell me? And I remember when she first started talking about the scream, I swear to God, she said she waited something like 30 or 45 minutes before going outside to look. You hear a scream like that. And then now today, as you're going to hear, this is why I'm playing this fucking shitty video of hers, but I want you to hear, she actually adds in stuff. Not only did her daughter hear the scream, her son and her daughter hear the scream, but now her daughter heard a scream and car engines and car doors and stuff. So it's changed again. There's even more information that all of us dumbasses just aren't getting until she feels like dropping the bullshit and multiple videos labeled summer that we still don't even got all the information apparently, but you know, we're all so dumb.
Animalistic, but not.
4 foot of eyebrows.
Him or my daughter to like describe it the way you want to, or the way the public wants them to, or you know, what the hell's wrong with you? Are you okay over there? The boy literally said animalistic, but not. And he lives in the woods.
Okay, so I literally said animalistic, but not. What the fuck does that even mean? Oh, we're so dumb. Oh, you think it's animalistic, but we said it was animalistic, but not animalistic. So don't think it's animalistic because we said it was, but it's not. This chick is like the people that do a lot of crack and then think that they're so fucking smart. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot worse than us people that smoke weed and think that we're so smart. It's worse.
No, what a fucking animal. And my kids, they aren't manufactured to walk, talk, and quack like me.
You use your kids like no one I've ever seen in the true crime community. It is pathetic. But then you want to turn around and don't victimize my kids. Da, da, da. Stop dragging your kids into this to cover your fat ass. I said that. Sorry.
Oh, dear God, Bullhorn. See, this is the stupid I'm talking about. Oh, boy, even the police have stated openly it was my son and daughter and myself that heard it.
The police also stated very openly that you're a liar. That what we heard from you, JodieSue Brown, is unfounded.
Oh, fuck, you're useless, dude. See, how you gonna come at me with questions and you don't even know what the fuck's going on in Summer's case? Do you know how my daughter heard it, Bullhorn? Do you know what her description of it is, Bullhorn?
Okay, this is why I wanted to play her tonight, because she was like, I'm so important. Oh my God, you don't watch my videos about this? You guys are so dumb. You don't know Summer's case at all. You don't watch the bullshit I'm putting out about it. The fuck out of here. Hey, Eve.
Holy shit. Who does not? Oh, they do, Bullhorn. Oh my God. You're an idiot. I guess you think unfounded means that it's not legitimate, right? Do you have a dictionary on hand?
Okay. 1557. I'm sorry. But yes, I do have a dictionary at hand. Okay. And share screen. Okay.
Unfounded.
Okay, so unfounded. Having no foundation or basis in fact. Her persistent fear that she had cancer was unfounded. So, you know, it is not on fact. Having no foundation or basis on fact. What is unfounded? Not found. Remaining unknown. Undiscovered. I mean, yeah. That to me sounds like you're just making it up in your head, but there's nothing to back that or support that. That is factual. And for the police to say that that is unfounded, I'm going to go with the police do not have any evidence or any facts to back that up. But sorry, I'm a dumbass and all. Okay. So my bad.
Girl, I bet you still think kidnapping and abduction are out of the realm of possibilities too, don't you, Bullhorn? God damn, you don't even watch the news. Illegitimate. Oh my God. You picked a big word and used it wrong. Holy shit. She just told me I was illegitimate. Okay.
Hey, Alex.
All right, question time, Bullhorn. How does she describe what she heard?
Done, a monster or a pimp. Both? I don't know.
Tiffers, what the hell did the shower and my daughter and all that having? Are you I can't deal with that much.
She gets angry when she
Tiffers
can't
in the
answer
box.
something. When she, oh, put Tiffers in the box. Block Tiffers now. Anyone that's coming in and asking us questions that, you know, mean something, or let's get JodieSue Brown off of her stupid narrative that don't even make sense. It's unfounded. Let's just, you know, put them in the box. Let's block them. And then I'm going to raise my levels of voice up, and I'm going to get all angry because someone asked me a question. Oh my God, I don't even know, because I'm stupid. Everybody else is stupid.
Please.
So a tantrum like JodieSue.
No, I gave answers specifically to. I told you to go back and listen to the interview where my son says animalistic, but not.
My son.
And then I responded to your other bullshit about sleeping. You know, just because you say something doesn't make it true, Bullhorn, right?
But you said that though.
You're just looking for clips and bullshit.
And right back at you, by the way. Just because you say it doesn't mean it's true. I mean,
Now I've asked you one specifically, and you refused to answer. What does unfounded mean, Bullhorn? And
we just pulled that up for you, JodieSue Brown. I hope you're watching. I'm pretty sure you are, because the narcissist in you, I tagged you knowing, oh, you're gonna watch it. So I hope you watched, or you have Google on your phone. But I just pulled it up for you.
You obviously just made it clear that you were absolutely unaware a year into this, over a year, that it was 3 people that heard that scream. Wow, my goddamn.
Let's bring those babies right back into it again.
Over a year in, and you didn't realize 3 people heard that.
No.
I bet you also don't realize still that they're witnesses to us just being witnesses either, right, Bullhorn?
Betty.
Dear. Idiots.
We're fucking idiots.
Anyway, so Bullhorn, I'll give you a pro tip today.
Pro tip. There's a series. Pro tips with JodieSue.
I heard it, right? But she could hear it longer than my son and I could.
Here we go. Here we go.
It became muffled and was leaving the roadway, and she could hear cars.
Wait a minute. She's gonna add some more to the story that us dumbasses haven't heard before today. Now. Hope you're listening, Bullhorn Betty.
Anyway, so Bullhorn, I'll give you a pro tip today.
Pro tip with JodieSue.
My daughter heard it.
Pro tips with JodieSue. Life coaching with MGL. That's a thing. Me and Benny should do like once a week, like just a little like scary. We'll do pro tips and life coaching with Benny and Cher.
Right, but she could hear it longer than my son and I could. And she heard it like it became muffled and was leaving the roadway, and she could hear cars down with it. But I guess you're unaware of all that. Or that it's on video, or I don't know, Bullhorn, or that's been statements from the very day of. Probably because you don't pay attention. You don't know shit. You're not the police. You're not the people who have statements on recording or paper or any actual evidence to look at, or in there while shit was being collected or the day of. Yeah, I'd say you're just here to fuck shit up, Bullhorn. And so think about this. For months now, you've been pumping out information on Summer's case, and you didn't even realize there was 3 of us that heard that noise.
Oh, shit. That's like when she was... Oh my God, look at you guys are still calling him Baltimore, and we stopped calling him Baltimore. That was so 48 hours ago. Remember when she said that shit? That was so 48 hours ago. We don't even call him Baltimore anymore. Oh, okay. Well, we're so dumb.
Bothered to listen to a full interview. You didn't even realize there was 3 of us. Holy shit, Bullhorn.
Holy shit. Right. How could you not realize it was me and my babies that I keep dragging into this at every opportunity I have? I just drag my babies on into this and re-victimize them over and over and over again on the YouTubes.
Really working for summer, huh, buddy? Really studying, doing that research. Oh, boy. You're helping.
Oh, boy.
God damn. Fucking bunch of Scooby-Doos. Can't do it, man. It's too much stupid for today.
Her roommates.
Yeah, they don't have the basics. They don't know shit. They rely on that little baby weasels to go run back for it. Yeah. Shannon's family on down sure is after a human. Can't imagine why they're named in fucking...
Yo, I have her on 3 notches.
All the time.
She's like on 175 faster.
Anyway. I can't believe she called me illegitimate. God,
right, Julia.
She must be in the same classes or
don't fuck with
that. Or whatever recently. You know, whatever it was he's doing over there, or they get the calendar word of the day thing and then use it wrongly.
Oh, Benny. That's your dragon Benny.
Illegitimate. Just call me illegitimate.
I would Google illegitimate to see if it's the correct word, JodieSue Brown, but I'm so dumb and on. I don't know how to spell it. So You're safe. We're gonna let you get away with calling us stupid for that one.
Oh, sweet baby Jesus. Which one? Oh, that's okay. Anyway, I came here today because, like I said, I don't click on their shit. I try not to show them attention, especially in these days as they move forward, right? And especially with the ones that I have the biggest plans for.
I don't know.
So anyway,
her dumbass supporters pay for her nails in her Starbucks.
So shared this clip this morning and I catch it. Now I knew the other day because
she smokes so much
Griff
cigarettes. Holy shit.
You know, floppy over being like, oh, heels and dealing and whatever. And I was just like,
Suspect day 378.
Didn't care then, don't care now. However, when Webby shared it, I was like, here's this image that pops up on the screen.
Benny is all like, I'm going to give Benny a break tonight. I'm going to poke the bear for a night. Give Benny a break.
Fucking Burger King really took my video with the quickness video the other night. Where I'm sitting in this vehicle.
A red truck, by the way. She's sitting in the red truck.
And at Walmart, where I think I specifically said it was. But hell, everybody knows what Walmart parking lot looks like. And one of my kids in the vehicle, and my kid went in to get shit for me because my little body wasn't making it.
Help me. Put
anyway.
myself in a situation.
And at the 6-minute mark, dude, you see.
I can get out of immediately.
Someone
Please
in
help
Walmart
me.
uniform walk behind the vehicle. And this dude really made a piece out of it. Saying that somebody in the community, local, that knows me and knows that person, like sworn in testimony that, oh, dear baby Jesus.
Oh, dear baby Jesus.
Anyway, I think like a 6-minute mark. But yeah,
for someone who doesn't care and isn't paying attention, she knows the timestamps down to a T.
Really a bright yellow work vest, man. I'm that person. Anyway, and I'm using my one working hand, okay, in that video. As you'll notice, this one's all fucked up.
You'll notice.
So
I'm using my one working hand in the video because, you know, one of them's fucked up. I can't use one of my hands.
Right. And then I'm mute as my kids are talking and I'm trying to keep the camera off them. But yeah, this dude straight up was all like narrative. And he's just mad he got caught being a puss.
I don't know, Mary.
And out really with the like window cracking just a little bit for his boy that tossed his dope in the car on Summer's 1-year mark. With all that gang money. And you know, 'tis the season to JodieSue, of course.
Not that gang money. Not that gang money. Did she just say gang?
I was like, this motherfucker done took my own damn video where somebody's clearly in a work vest and wants behind the truck. And you can tell he's still city, right? Because only city folks think in those terms. Somebody had business or something. They wouldn't put it out in public.
It's just not for city folks. Jodie lost. Oh, Benny.
I ain't dumb enough to sit there on camera and fucking audience. Ain't, you know what I mean? That ain't how people act. Like, you can't fix stupid, man. You know, Keith used to doing that shit, doing whatever.
In front of us.
They always projecting their bullshit. Always with their narrative-driven bullshit, too.
Ain't that the hand she can't do anything with?
It's the dumbest shit I've ever seen. It's even dumber that people buy that bullshit, quite frankly.
Yeah, you're telling me. City folks just don't
I had a
understand.
good life about that this morning.
Dang, look at that.
And here's the thing. I don't know why they're so stuck on that crap.
Hang on to your husbands, folks. JodieSue's on a loose.
Cool. Everybody crying. Like, the thing is, for me, like, I don't care. I wish every day that I had answers, man. Right? Every day. Every day.
Then give it. You got them, though, JodieSue. Give them to us.
Nope.
Tell us what the dogs know that we don't know. Tell us.
I wish I could be told, well, this or well that, or you can take this way, and it would make the puzzles I work in my head every day trying to figure out what's happened this summer so much easier if they could tell me. Why this, why that, right? It would definitely make it easier on my daughter. Just like Bullhorn up there. There's 3 of us, man, heard that. And the trauma from that has not been easy on the kid.
The trauma that's on my kid. But I'm going to keep dragging my kids right through it.
After, man, she couldn't draw or paint anymore. She couldn't. And it's part of why Andy chose to use.
And so I'm going to tell them at any given opportunity, you get on YouTube and you live stream. You go on this live and you say this or that. You don't cover mama's ass, guys, because it's large and it needs a lot of covering. So you get on there on the YouTubes and you let me re-victimize you from all of the trauma of the that it's brought to you. But I need you guys to cover Mama's butt.
The words he did to swing at her in order to hurt her further. He knew it was a soft spot. He knew it was she was traumatized as fuck from hearing what she heard on June 15th in the events of, and he chose his words to hurt, to target, and terrorize her. That's what abusers do, man.
Yet you still allow him around.
And so
She was the one.
for every day since last year. All these puzzles are in my head, trying to work out, trying to figure it out, trying to figure out what I missed, how I missed.
I always leave my chats on. I think sometimes they take a while to load, but I don't ever touch my chats. Bailing hay. Hey, I used to bail hay.
And you know, it's this place. It's made it harder. I know it's made it 3 bazillion times harder on law enforcement and all the other things. People involved, for sure. Because I know there are things there. There have been times throughout this, I've tried so many methods. Just absolutely annihilating my own self to try to get something to shake loose. And sometimes that works, and other times chilling and just...
Why is she trying to shake loose?
Helps, but there are things that I know I've seen and heard that they I just can't get them to come. But there are other things as I hunt for the answers. And yeah, that's what everybody from FBI, TBI, police, card team keep telling me. I can't. What if I can't do this? The fuck I can't. And I will. To my dying day on this earth. I absolutely will. What the fuck if? Absolutely will.
What?
What if? What could I have? What didn't I do right? What could I have? You know, I mean, it's gonna be that shit no matter what. To my dying day on this earth. Even after answers come, summer's found and justice is served. True crime, I'm not going to talk about bringing.
What?
Absolutely will. What if? What could I have? What didn't I do right? What could I have? You know, I mean, it could be that shit no matter.
She says.
No matter what. To my dying day on this earth. Even after answers come, summer's found and justice is served. True crime, I'm not going to talk about bringing.
It sounds like she knows what the crime that happened to Summer is. Hey, Yanni. Hey, Minnesota girl. Hey, everyone. She just said. she said there's going to be justice and answers for a crime she's not going to get into. So it sounds like she knows what happened. I'm sorry, I got to rewind that back.
What could I have? You know, I mean, it's going to be that shit no matter what. To my dying day on this earth. Even after answers come, summer's found and justice is served. True crime, I'm not going to talk about bringing.
Yeah, she says that. And she's laughing like a fucking sick fuck.
No offense.
Welcome to the Crazy Train, Yanni. Choo-choo. Thank you for becoming a member. Thank you for my paycheck tonight, JodieSue. I love it. I really love it. Thank you. Just kidding, guys. You know I have to fuck with it. Ooh, good one, Cotton Candy Boobs. Thank you, boo. Come on, bitch. Talk.
Incognito Bella, I can't see Shannon, so that tells you everything you need to know. Wait, no, okay, hold on.
I was waiting to see.
Shannon, go sleep your own back porch with your own children. Stop telling other people a parent or do anything else, and you don't know what my kid hears or doesn't hear.
Yo,
And,
what?
You can kiss my whole ass. Go parent your own.
No, we cannot
Put me
kiss your whole ass. It, for one, would take way too much time. And I was telling Mr. Cher today that she should actually have to pay people to listen to her. I mean, 100%, because she should have to pay people to listen to her content. No joke.
I don't mind telling other people how to do theirs.
Wow. Parenting tips from JodieSue Brown.
And I hate to tell you this, but it's also something my daughter and my son will live with.
Here we go again.
So
Yo, we have to play her one night. Even just this one live stream alone, we should turn it into a drinking game. We take a shot every fucking time she drags her children into the conversation and re-victimizes them. We'd be drunk.
We can turn the newspaper. We can turn on social media. We can do this.
I'd be wasted.
It's fine. It's not, and it never will be. And it will be something we always live with. And the ways in which we choose to deal with it, or what we choose to do, is up to us.
Penny, that's terrible. I just want to see, because I'm going to bring up your game, Melissa.
So,
come on, girl.
I can't get a pretzel McFlurry around here. Machine's always, and so they ran out way earlier than expected.
Okay.
And they're done. There won't be any more. So, yeah.
Okay, so here we can see, and she deleted a bunch of shit. We have summer 15, 16. This whole thing is supposed to be her talking about the Scream and summer, right? But tell me why she broke it up into all of these darn videos and like summer 16. And then she doesn't even really get into it. Well, I think it was like number 9 when she finally gets into it. You see all these red? Because I freaking watched them before going live to try and get, she was so upset that we didn't know what she said about the Scream word for word, and it's so important. So I was like, well, fuck this. I'm gonna go back. I'm gonna re-listen. This bitch thinks she's so important and she knows all the answers on where summer is. I will suffer through listening to this bitch in the name of summer. And I did. And still nothing. But I think that this is the one I wanted to pull up.
Parts and goes back.
Does she fucking start bringing it up yet?
A few times that day to look and see with my PTSD, hypervigilant state, what was happening.
She was so hypervigilant that day.
Being nosy. So, there wasn't anything really abnormal that I saw or heard until there was a point in there during the day, and it was after the tree cutters had stopped sawing, the clearers, whatever you want to call them. So somewhere around.
Oh, this reminds me, which we'll get into it. Benny, I was going to see if you want to collab soon. But the tree cutters are all there for days. Remember when Tim Mullen, the Sandman, first come onto the YouTube and it was explaining I was cutting down trees and I had the YouTubians on and was listening. Was he one of the people cutting down the trees in that area with Tim? Because Tim was talking about when this happened, he was cutting down trees too. It's in his video. Then we had the tree services there for days before summer gets gone, right? Then you rewind back to Tim Mullen saying, have I seen Candace and her kids before? Maybe I photographed them before. Maybe. So he's like leaving that open for maybe he ran into them, because you just never know. You never know what you're going to find with that one there. But was he one of the tree cutters? I don't fucking know. But
around 3 they cut out. And at some point after that, I heard a car door slam. It was something like a road that kind of faces the right of way that also cuts through this property too. That splits this one in parts and goes back. There's another road that faces it that's named Simpson. Not to be confused with another one across the main road. So I hear what I feel like is a car door.
Yeah, hypervigilant. Yeah, I've heard that word be used. Here's the thing: a lot of dealers are hypervigilant. Drug dealers are, because they always want to like who's coming around. They got all the dogs. They've got cameras all around. That drug dealers are hypervigilant.
Coming from that, and that hit me as odd.
A lot of people are. I'm just saying, doesn't shock me that she was, because they're dealers.
And I think we go out at that point and look around, didn't see anything. And we ended up going back in. But somewhere in that point, and I had asked for help at one point, making sure I was right on this, without being led or anything. But we heard a car door, just one. Never heard an engine or a car leave, even though it was quiet. We walked the bank for quite a few minutes. And it looked like one of the survey lines was down to me. So I asked him to see if somebody cut it, to see what was going on. It looked like the tires down in the parking space I referred to earlier had been moved to me at the angle I was at. And my oldest was nice enough to walk that survey line. There was a branch on it. And he removed it. The survey line come back up. And then he went a little further down and was to the right. And looked, and the tires hadn't been moved. And while he was doing that, while we were on the bank, there was a car that went up Candace's driveway. Now, the angle I was at and where he was at, I still don't know why I asked. I know that something was wrong with it. Is the reason I asked him.
Hey, yo, Mango.
Because
hey,
had there not been, I wouldn't have asked at all. It was something about the color, the rotation and the way it hit the driveway, because I know the sounds and stuff of Candace's cars as I go in and out, and Donnie's, and who y'all call Grace's. I know the sounds of their vehicles and the way the tires spin, and I can tell you without looking which one it is, going up or down, even when I'm inside the house or cabin. The new Subaru, anyway. But for some reason in my head, there was a flash of red going up the driveway that was wrong. It wasn't shiny, it didn't have the gloss, it wasn't right. And the way the traction switched over for the Subaru was entirely different than whatever this was that day.
Yes, LTL. There's somebody in here with her. Definitely. It could be maybe one of her kids or whatever, but somebody definitely does kick her when she's filming this part. I don't remember which video because there's like 16 of them, but Jodie like a man wears leather in summer.
Subaru does like a 2.5 thing before it transfers over to whatever it picks up and then finally goes up. This didn't do that, and it also never completed the loop for their driveway, like to pull in at the top, like towards where Grandis's camper was. And it was almost like it had stopped at the basement door, which is also not where most of you all keep marking. It is not where half of, or 75%
right,
of the
Squid
seems to think it is. So anyway, it is facing this property, and it is not very far up from the roadway. And I can tell you that the full-size Dodge truck that Baltimore had, that's 4-wheel drive, that you can pull up in front of the basement and they can't hear you inside the house. There's just something about the way the basement and the hill's shaped on like curves. Most of the time they can't even hear you if you're outside there. And the way the sounds on these properties work, they're all different and they all pick up different things.
Hey, Fizzle. Izzy. Oh. So she cuts off again to the fucking next one. She is terrible. I've seen she's got a live labeled my name. That's funny. I'm sure she's just saying what a dumbass I am. So that was 9. Okay, so number 10. Still getting nowhere for Summer, but let's keep using her name.
So,
oh, that's right. She's allowed to. She's allowed to do that because she was the neighbor of Summer and she deserves to make money off of Summer. If anyone deserves to make money off Summer, it's her. I remember. That's right. I forgot she said that.
The sound and the flash of red were wrong to me. The flash, as I recall in my head, wasn't glossy like that Subaru should have been. It wasn't new. It didn't have the clear coat. Something was wrong. And it's the reason I asked my oldest, who was that?
Again.
And I think just...
Again. Playing a drinking game at any time that she mentions her children in this would give someone alcohol poisoning. I'm convinced.
His statement not long ago, and I may let them speak for themselves if they want, maybe. but not visually. Not sure about that yet. We'll discuss it as a family unit before that happens, if it happens. But they did consent not long ago to other PIs and things, interviewed them on tape and things to be used if, and we've all been interviewed a bazillion times since day one, minute one, So either way, by every agency you could ever name on earth. Trust me.
Oh.
Now, and I believe what I just had told
You're
that,
so bad.
He just seen red and assumed, so he went with, oh, it's the neighbors. And I took well, okay, but I didn't think much about it, right? Anyway,
she forgot what her narrative is. She forgot already, so she's got to get reminded from probably Andy or Baltimore or whatever she's calling them these days. Oh yeah, that reminds me. You guys know I was talking about dyeing my hair, right? A different color, but I decided I'm just gonna leave it purple until we have answers on where summer is. I'm just gonna leave my hair purple. I'm not gonna take the color out. So I did redo it today. JodieSue, bitch. I might be stupid, but I got pretty hair. Bitch, I got purple hair. Bitch. Just kidding.
There was
stupid.
We go back inside at some point, and one of the points from looking at and being outside, all these different moments. And the reason I know the time is because I was messaging back and forth with Voldemort, and around 4:52, I believe, I have to look back at the messages, and lately I've not looked at those messages just because of other things going on with, like I said, our situation, and it's just. But I believe the time Voldemort had messaged, asked what I was doing or something, and it was at like 4:52. So somewhere around 4:42, I think has been my estimation since the get. And it could have been as early as 4:30, but it was somewhere between 4:30 and 4:42 for sure, because I know we were out on the bank for a little bit trying to figure out what this was. So somewhere between 4:30 and 4:42, the children and I were sitting there being pretty loud, laughing, carrying on. I mean, and when I say loud, we're pretty loud. However, the cabin was quiet, TV running, no air, no fans, and this scream happens. This noise I originally tried to dismiss but it was so different and so wrong that it immediately hits me in the gut as not right.
That's a big hit.
And it shut all three of us
I'm
down
kidding.
cold.
Sorry. I'm going to hell.
Strange. And I mean, as someone who's grown up in the woods, and
I'm surprised she ain't live right now.
And with critters of all kinds, like if you want to meet Ellie Mae, I'm it.
Chatty.
This wasn't, but I tried. It was so strange that
yes, like a broken Ernie record.
Something else, including a dog, even though I knew better. And what I thought was, okay, well, we heard the truck or a car door, right? The one, and even though
right, Penny. I mean, yeah, I mean, especially in a little one like me, because then she wouldn't have to worry about it. But yeah, I've been looking at her sometimes. You can see it cutting into her. I feel terrible.
By this point, the woodcutter's been gone for hours. Should not have been there. In my head, trying to dismiss this, I was like, okay, so one of Candace's dogs has gotten too close to where a woodcutter was, and they've kicked it. But I knew the sound was wrong for a dog. And I knew it didn't make sense because there'd be no reason there'd be a straggler in there that long for the woodcutters, right? Whatever you want to call them. But I was like, well, and
she was like, what? What?
My kids are immediately like, well, that's the kids. And I'm like, it's not the kids. Because first thing in my mind, when kids is mentioned in that context, is the boys, right? Candace's. Now, I know all of their sounds. Trust me. Oh, boy, do I. And I'll not use their names because, but, I've known them since they were littles.
Oh, she's a train wreck, all right. Hey, Angel.
I've heard every noise you can imagine out of those three. I hear them play every day. Oh, and I'm like, Candace, I'm sorry, but they kind of During radiation when I was bartending, it drove me a little crazy.
Did you think about killing them, JodieSue? Because we know how you mentioned that you would kill children if they went onto your property or if they were too loud and annoying, that, you know, you'd kill them for that. And you'd smother babies that were born with disabilities as well. Like you talk about killing children and babies too often.
No. But anyway, they I've heard every noise you can imagine out of those three. And they go down further than Summer, and they do ride their dirt bikes back and forth and things like that. And they go in places that Summer really doesn't. But this wasn't their noises. But that's what hit me, right?
Oh, we're disgusting. We're disgusting. Bye.
That's not the boys, and that's what I said. And it never really occurred to me, Summer. And the reason is because Summer doesn't play down far enough to really hear. You hear sometimes when she's high on the bank, or, you know, one of the boys are picking, or she's picking, or she's, you know, but not a whole lot do you hear Summer. Not like the boys. Oh dear. I mean, you'll hear her faintly, you'll hear whatever, but she stays a little closer to the house and things. And contrary to popular belief, I've never once seen Summer in the road. Those kids, like, no. She's also not the type to just, it's not, even when people, like, look, no. So.
Yeah, maybe some of the comments are disgusting in here tonight, but you know what? This bitch here gets no respect from me or at all. Typically, people get respect. Even people I really dislike get respect. But this bitch right here does not deserve respect. And she sure as shit is not going to get respect from me. Not whatsoever. So do I give a shit what people are saying about this one here tonight when it's about her? I sure as shit don't. Everybody needs a punching bag once in a while, and she's it. She's put herself, she's gladly it. She wants to be relevant in this case so bad. She's happy to be the virtual punching bag for everybody. She is one nasty bitch, and I don't feel bad about it. You got something different that you feel or say, and you support her, go support her on her channel. Because this channel does not support her. I never will support her. She's disgusting. 100%. I think she is disgusting, and I think she failed Summer for the 5 years that she lived right next door to her. She failed. She's one of the people that failed. Not just Summer and her brothers, but her own children. So I don't feel bad for her.
Anyway, but my daughter jumps up and goes to the door of the cabin because she's closest. And what she hears, sorry, I'm making sure her headphones are on. Like I said, I'm going through enough as is, and this has been
poor Jory.
Anyway, not you know.
Hey, Zena.
Anyway.
Oh, so, she had an amber tear.
She gets to the cabin door first. And this was a pretty quick series of events. It was a, you know, what is that? That's the kids. No, it isn't. Yes, it is. And she gets to the door first, and she goes, I can still hear it. It's one of the kids. And she was like, it's going, you know, it's muffled. Those were her exact words. That day, she was like, I can still hear it. I couldn't hear it at that point any longer. But like I said, she was the first one to the door, had her head out. And she says that she can hear it. It's still muffled. It was leaving the road, kind of. But that she could still hear it.
So you heard an animalistic sound that's not animalistic. That actually, to me, it sounds like it lasted a while. You heard it muffled, get all the way from what it sounds like, leaving the Wells's backyard by the swing, getting all the way down the driveway out down the road by your house. So that's got to be like a good minute and a half, 2 minutes. Benny, you were there a minute. Like, how long would it take you? Let's say you're outside running from back the swing to JodieSue's. 90 seconds, be fair, or no? So she's hearing like, and 90 seconds in an event like this is a long fucking time, y'all, right? So that's a long ass scream. You don't happen to call 911 yourself, or like get someone's license plate or anything. What the fuck? You're right, Benny.
So, you know, for a little while, it's just so weird, right? So
Right,
And I
Angel.
believe she also
Doesn't
said she could
match
hear
her
a car
text don't
ticket, but
match.
I could not. But I was further back. You know, like I said, she was first door, he was second. But then we go out onto the banks again, you
Hey,
know, and we're
Waylon.
listening, we're looking.
Maybe.
We don't hear or see anything really. We eventually go back in. Then yeah, I get ready. I start getting ready not too long after that because normal time for Voldemort to get off of work. But then Voldemort texts and says he's going to be running behind, that he's working over. And so somewhere, and I believe around 6, you know, but usually it's all, you know, either way, he was running quite a bit behind. But at one point near 6, and I believe on the phone at 6:09, I'm going around the top cover doorway to start the descent down. By this point, I'm hearing, hold on.
2 or 3. Oh, couldn't just keep that one going. Needed to do another video labeled summer. Which one are we on right now? Number 10. Okay, so we're going to go to number 11 now. Oh. So, yeah, okay, so at least this scream was happening for a few minutes, 2 to 3 minutes, son Benny, right? That's what she's trying to say. Am I hearing her wrong? I mean, it was so important that we listened to how she explained it, her and her children. And I'm hearing that she seemed to hear this scream for what I feel like is several minutes is what I'm hearing. No? Huh. Interesting. I wonder why LE would find that to be unfounded. Okay, so we just watched 10. Okay, so we're on number 11. Dear Lord, help us. Okay.
So, like I was saying, I'd gotten down, looked into the tile.
Sorry, y'all. I wasn't planning on going through all of these, but I wasn't going to start from number 1 either, but she's not getting anything really out. See how many we're on number 11 and still not really getting there. She is the worst.
Didn't see Summer. But I went across back over to the left, which is Candace's property, where the other side of the tile is. And that's if you're going out the road, not in. So, cross over, and I start into a spot that's kind of clear, and head towards the creek. Because I think, well, you know, maybe brothers have left her behind, or she's fallen off the top of the hill, she's gotten hurt, or, you know, the usual things, right? And we need to find her, if that's the case. Because in my head, I'm like, well, it's been a while since I've heard this scream, this noise. If she's hurt, she's been here a while.
Right, Benny? She was already down there at 6:09, yep. When Candace posted that one picture and then deleted it too, yep. Mm-hmm.
So, I'm wearing sandals, and I know the best thing I can do is get into the water. So, I step in.
And, y'all, if you really want to get into it, Benny covers JodieSue. Like, I've had a lot to say about her, and today she just really just irritated me because she's trying to make Bullhorn Betty just seem so stupid and tear her down. And then she was not just saying her, but she was calling all of us dumb. I was like, well, fuck this bitch, right? Like, I was like, kind of just leaving her alone because I cannot do any better than what Benny does already, you know? So I just been leaving her alone. Okay, Benny got this. Benny got this. I texted him today, like, can I have a turn? Can I poke the bear? And he was like, go for it. So any pressure I think is good because she ain't fooling nobody. She's really a thirsty bitch.
Into the creek. Oh, because from there I can keep tracks down. Because when you live in areas like ours, you know, worst case scenario. You also know what happens if somebody can't be found. And you know that staying in the water keeps scent down for dogs. If they have to be brought in.
Yo, why are you even thinking that way? I wouldn't even think that way. I would just be like, okay, I'm looking everywhere for this missing girl, my neighbor. I'm looking everywhere for her. And the dogs and everything will weed out my scent because it's not summer scent. I wouldn't even think about let's stay to the creek so that the dogs don't, like, unless you are guilty of something, why are you worried about covering your scent? That makes no fucking sense to me.
So, also, it's a good way to check, even though
he's too good at this.
With your feet on what's in the bottom and deepest spots. So, and at the same time, I keep an eye on the bank going around Candace.
Right, Benny, it should have been reported.
And
yeah.
to the top of the hill. before I'd stepped into the creek, I could hear the boys.
See, JodieSue's really good though at failing all children around her, including her own.
Go down the left side of their property towards the creek on that side that I had looked down towards earlier. And there was a point there when, I could tell that Candace and the boys had met up when they were hollering for Summer and circling the hill at the top. And Candace was like, to the oldest, was like, "What did you do? What did you do?" And not like an accused. It was more of a, like, "Did you not have eyes on your sister? Did you leave her behind?" So, literally at this point, I thought, okay, then I was, like it is that the boys were supposed to have an eye on her and didn't or something. And so anyway, I'm stepping into the creek. I was, I don't know, not too far in. Sorry, this one's trying to snatch the phone cord.
Yeah, no problem, bro. Love you too.
And why are there 6 in the house? They're always trying to snatch the phone cord. Hold on. I had to remind them that there's 6 others in here.
What?
So anyway, Lord, like I said, herd of elephants. So anyway,
remember your script. Remember what you were supposed to say next.
Went a few feet, in to the water, but 20 feet maybe from the road. I don't know, maybe less than that. I don't know. Wasn't too far in when I hear a car coming down Candace's driveway, and her talking to somebody, which I assume was somebody in the car with her. But as I hear her getting closer, I come back out the creek and jump up out of, and then into the roadway, and she's in Grandis's vehicle, and which, kind of confused me at first. Because I was like flash red earlier, and I thought, well, that would have been the first vehicle in line. If Grandis's was ahead of it, so that's why she's in Grandis's. And so anyway, when she pulls up, she's on the phone with Donnie. But the first thing I said, guys, I wish I could explain to you. I wish there had been some way for me to take a picture or video that day. Donnie's on the phone with her, and I didn't even realize the time. It just didn't hit me. But the first thing I said, Candace, is I heard her scream, I'm sorry. I didn't know. And then I realized Donnie's on the phone. And Donnie says something like, "So you're telling me somebody's taking my baby girl or something?" And I'm like, I'm sorry. I didn't know. I didn't put it together, enough to, right? I was like, because the first thing she says to me is, we're talking together, basically, which is, I'm saying I'm sorry, and she's like, Summer's missing. And I'm like, where's the last place you've seen her?
Why is she saying sorry? That's fucking weird, right? Why is the first thing... So Candace is all like, my daughter's missing. Oh my God, where's my daughter? And JodieSue's reaction is, I'm sorry. What? It makes no sense. Am I missing something? Please don't make me rewind her. She just makes no sense.
I heard the scream. All this is happening. It's just a jumble, right? And her face is so... The tears that... Y'all, as a mother, any mother, if you had seen her face, she was sincere. Now,
what?
Candace and I and Donnie, it wasn't like we were all like besties or anything like that. I just want to clarify that so nobody's like,
Bon told me that a nosy fat ass neighbor of his that liked to get on her knees to pay for a little bit of drugs when her hubby wouldn't give her when her hubby wouldn't give her her allowance and when he would take off for days at a time. So I'm not sure which liar will we believe, JodieSue, when she says it's not true, it's not her, or Don.
We were neighbors, and in the area we live in, you kind of deal with your direct neighbor, right? You don't deal with all of them, you deal with your direct. And so there would be conversations here and there. Candace and I kind of had similar issues throughout the years because it took, I don't know, good 3 years or 4 years or so of us being trapped where we were before we even really met them. We knew they were over there and lived there, but that's how kind of little contact everybody wants with one another where we live. Unless it's an emergency, a murder, or something like don't come on my heel type of situation, right?
What?
And
the freak.
Anyway, so weren't besties or anything like that. Like cup of sugar, just when the kids need something. Hey,
Cup of sugar, all right.
Will you watch the kids for this or whatever
Will you
that?
get on your knees for
Throughout the years,
that?
I watched them a few times. I mean, even our kids, we really didn't play together or anything through the years, but we knew each other's kids. The boys went back and forth, the girls did not. If we had messages to send or internet wasn't working or power was out, it's the boys that would come back and forth.
You neighborly
Hate to be double
JodieSue.
standard like that, but up until right before all of this, my preteen hadn't even been allowed to watch the mailbox because it's that far away from the house. And we just, it's like the mailbox is the only point of vulnerability,
Cup
really.
of Coke.
And I just let them do that, but it was mostly because of cars, not because I ever thought kidnapper or whatever. And there are bears and this and the other, but my kids kind of know how to act, and I mean, our feet from them most days, and so it's not really a big deal for us. Wildlife's a thing; they know how to, traverse that world. Because like I said, Ellie Mae, right? So they've been taught. It's never really been animals for me.
Yeah,
worry about
Penny.
them.
Yes, I am.
Or even people.
I got my Pineapple Express right here. Do you think there's any other way that we are getting through this, bitch? No. That sounds dirty.
It's been that somebody come around the curve because of the way the road's shaped right there, and then they'll get tops right at our old mailbox. It's super dangerous. So, anyway, but Candace and I had similar issues throughout the years and helped each other through
Banging Dawn.
those situations. If one of us she needed a ride away, or I needed her to take pictures for me, or so there was things like that. And we kind of kept that to ourselves through the years for obviously good reason.
Bet you did.
But if one of the kids needed something, or was like cut or whatever, I mean, there was many times that she called.
It was cut or whatever.
And so either way.
Hold on. We need another video labeled Summer to get through whatever the fuck she's trying to say. Fucking A. Here we go. Hey, Wildflower. Hey, Lacey. Hello, everyone coming in. I'm not ignoring you. What number were we on? 11. Oh, she's got 211. Oh, shit. You guys, she can't even count. It goes 9, 10, 11, 11, 12, 13. So we're going to watch 11, number 2. 11B.
So somewhere between like 609. I'd have to check just to make sure, but I'm pretty sure.
Oh, shit. 609, Benny.
I'm starting the top and then the descent down our driveway. And for those Wi-Fi signal, I message Voldemort and tell him I'm heading down early so I can mess around with the flowers. And I'll just,
So she was messing around with flowers, and then at 609, she was messing around with flowers. And sometime around like 3:30, Candace and Grandma was planting flowers, which turned out to be 3 little cactuses. So everybody was planting flowers or fucking with flowers within that 2.5 hour time frame on June 15th. All of the neighbors was like, it's the day to fuck with flowers.
Mess around with those till he gets there.
I'm going to mess around with flowers till he
like
gets there.
Almost half an hour. And so, at that point, I'm hearing Candace calling for...
This is nightmare material.
Before I'm all the way down, I know that there's been more than 3 calls. After 3 calls, my gut said no. Because I'd never known of Summer really, like, and as a mother, right? Usually at 3rd call, when the sternest tone brings them in, right? So, by that 3rd or so call, I knew, and my mind went click, click, click.
Click, click, click.
I personally just assumed those things went together almost immediately. And it is not my job to make of what I heard, what they heard, or to say that was anybody for certain, right? And it's not my job. All I know is what I can speak on, but I can't be like, oh, 100% this, 100% that, 100% whatever. and I'm not going to do so. It's other people's jobs that are trained to do whatever that, you know.
The people who are trained,
I mean,
say your shit is unfounded. I repeat, your shit is
I'm just here to
unfounded.
tell what our day and the events for us were like, and our thoughts, feelings, and so anyway. I get to the bottom of the driveway. I have my purse. Actually, it's the same one I'm still carrying.
Not the same
Little
purse you're
patch.
still carrying. Oh my gosh, you poor thing.
At this point, I'm starting to panic for her. I know something's wrong. I just know it. And I look across. There's kind of a drop off with a piece of property that connects with Candace's on the other side of the road, and it's kind of down. And there's the creek that runs that way. Because it runs through both of this property and the other one. It's the main creek through Beach Creek, but it takes this weird way around through that part on that side of the road and under a tile through Ben Hill.
Kill that fucking fly.
So anyway, I kind of look down to make sure Summer is not there, and then Candace is still calling. I hear the boys start, calling. They're circling. I just know something's wrong. At this point, I drop my purse where I'm standing. I try calling.
That's right. I forgot.
Candace,
I forgot that the local sheriff works for her baby daddy. I forgot about that. That's right. Baltimore pays Lawson's paycheck, apparently. I forgot.
Looking to let her know that I'm at the bottom. She can't hear me. And it's the way her piece of property picks up things. She could not hear me. It was not possible. I could hear her clear as day, though. At a certain point, I know trying to scream at her is wasting time. I just need to be looking for Summer. And to me, that scream, I don't think, whatever. I don't know how to. But I look anyway. Start down towards where the tile is. The creek runs under and through. Passes through from this.
She's hard to listen to. Sure, does anyone remember that JodieSue Brown was gathering money to send her son far away? It was before Christmas. He was getting threats, according to her. I didn't know that. Wow. No, I didn't know that. She talks like her mouth is so much. Yeah. She is a liar. Yes, she is.
Property to Candace's. And I look to the right, even though I know that the kids never play really in the right side. It's always the left side. They kind of stay on their own and they go through. But just to be sure, I looked at the right. I got down on my knees. I looked in the tile. Didn't see her. I start. Hold on.
I think we're on 12 now. We did 11A and 11B. We're going to make it through these, guys. I'm sorry. Okay, so now we're on 12, right? You know what? I'm going to share the link, too. If anyone wants to come up and talk about any of this or try to make sense of any of this, you are welcome to try.
So, like I was saying, I'd gotten down, looked into the towel, didn't see Summer. But
looked into the towel.
Left.
What?
Candace's property. Where the other side of the towel is, and that's if you're going out the road, not in.
Oh.
So, cross over, and I start into a spot that's kind of clear, and head towards the creek because I think, well, maybe brothers have left her behind, or she's fallen off the top of the hill, she's gotten hurt, or the usual things, right? And we need to find her.
The usual things, falling off the hill and getting hurt.
It's been a while.
The usual.
Scream.
Did that happen before? Because she's acting like that's just fucking normal. That's not normal. ATS, hey. Good to see you.
This noise, if she's hurt, she's been here a while. So, I'm wearing sandals, and I know the best thing I can do is get into the water.
Get into the water, because you don't.
So, I step into the creek. Oh, because from there, I can keep tracks down. Because when you live in areas like ours, worst case scenario. You also know what happens if somebody can't be found. And you know that staying in the water keeps scent down for dogs. If they have to be brought in.
If I turn my volume down, it'll turn her
also,
down.
it's a good way to check, even though, but with your feet on what's in the bottom and deepest spots. So, and at the same time, I keep an eye on the bank going around Candace's, and to the top of the hill. Before I'd stepped into the creek, I could hear the boys.
Yes, Vicky. She has said this 14 other times before this on all of these videos that I don't know why she keeps stopping and just doesn't fucking talk on one video.
Go down the left side of the property towards the creek on that side that I had looked down towards earlier. And there was a point there when, I could tell that Candace and the boys had met up when they were hollering for Summer and circling the hill at the top. And Candace was like, to the oldest, was like, what did you do? What did you do? And not like an accused. It was more of a, like, did you not have eyes on your sister? Did you leave her behind? So that, literally, this point, I thought, okay, then I was, like it is if the boys were supposed to have an eye on her and didn't or something. And so anyway, I'm stepping into the creek. I was, I don't know, not too far in. Sorry, this one's trying to snatch the phone cord.
No, she's reading. There's a narrative she's got to go by, which is why she keeps breaking about every 10 minutes on average each video. I think someone told her to keep it all to 10 minutes so it would be easier for people to go through. So she thought she had all this important information, and I'll make it to short little videos so people can, get to them. But no. And yeah, she's reading off a script right now. There's definitely a narrative written down.
And why are there 6 in the house and they're always trying to snatch the phone cord? Hold on. I had to remind them that there's 6 others in here. So anyway, Lord, like I said, herd of elephants. So anyway, yeah. As I was looking, went a few feet, in to the water, but 20 feet maybe from everybody. I don't know, maybe less than that. I don't know. Wasn't too far in when I hear a car coming down Candace's driveway, and her talking to somebody, which I assume was somebody in the car with her. But as I hear her getting closer,
probably Huda. Thank you.
Out of and then into the roadway, and she's in Grandis's vehicle.
Again, she's repeating herself.
Kind of confused me at first because I was like, "What flashed red earlier?" And I thought, well, that wouldn't have been the first vehicle in line. If Grandis's was ahead of it, so that's why she's in Grandis's. And so anyway, when she pulls up, she's on the phone with Donnie. But the first thing I said, guys, I wish I could explain to you. I wish there had been some way for me to take a picture or video that day.
She's fucking repeating herself.
Donnie's on the phone with her, and I didn't even realize the time. It just didn't hit me. But the first thing I said to Candace is, I heard her scream, I'm sorry, I did.
She's literally just repeating her damn self. So I swear that was 2 videos ago. She said exactly that. Oh my God, she's got 16 of them. Let's jump to 14.
And
see if we got anywhere new.
Here that I and the other neighbor had already been looking, or basically the only 2 neighbors that know what Summer looked like. The other neighbor that joins Candace and them, even though they're connected, whereas her and I really aren't, nor is the other one, but he has visual too, and because the kids play on that side of the hill, it's more clear than. And because, Candace and I talk to them, and they are out in a place to where, they all everybody looks like, so.
What is she even saying?
And they're some of the best neighbors you could ever want, guys. I don't care what the media tells you. Everybody in there ain't crazy. Most people are good. Seriously, there's retired veterans, there's ex-police, there's, hospital workers, and there's only 11 or 12 of us in there, right? And, most,
I watch her. I'm like, what is this bitch saying?
It's being made out to be everybody's pretty quiet. We were the youngest, but had the least traffic of anybody. And I mean this sincerely, not even my family came there. Which part of that was what we were going through separately there. But also I just don't like visitors either. kind of a homebody, but it was definitely part of the abuse I'd been through there, and that they'd been through there for a decade. So we had the least visitors of anybody, even though we were young. But any neighbor in there, if you asked them something, was gonna have your back. You know, midnight, noon, didn't matter. You know, like, these are good people. So anyway, and hardworking people.
What the fuck?
I have postal workers in there. I mean, you name it, it's not what you think it is. Like, out of just like 12, school worker. I mean, it's not what you think it is. So anyway, so I'm on my way, like I said, back to the start of Ben Hill, at where it meets the main road, and I think the third car is coming in, police car. It was an SUV, whatever it was, and I stopped and was like, I heard a scream, you know, whatever, and they said, okay, take a note. Everything's going so quick, moving so fast. But other neighbors are coming in, and they ask us and other ones, you know, what she looks like. We describe her. We tell them where we've already searched. Most of those neighbors knew about, you know, tracks as well, so try to keep that down. So then things start just obviously going from there. And
what
I think
things
it's
and
best to not
where?
speak really on the
What?
things after
Kids.
that period, or
What?
you know, just because of, you know, just
She makes
main
your
events
hair
right there
hurt.
in those first few moments and hours are what matter the most. There's nothing really afterwards that, you know, because most of it pertains to, you know, search crews and, you know, obviously the
What?
main parts of every, you know, and what follows after a situation like this. I can tell you that.
What? Tell us.
Some of us had a hard time, because we had already, like, spread the word. The word was out, and everything was kind of searched before even, like, we all knew the properties well enough to know where.
What?
And to look at all of ours quickly enough to know that, you know, and we all get it, we understand. But yeah, I mean, there were things, you know, like the tree cutters came back in and stuff, like, starting the next morning, and for almost the entire time period, even search crews and stuff were in there. Mail was cut out though, and trash was cut out for 10, 12 days, something like that.
What?
The tree crew started back the next morning though. And we all kind of worried if they were, like, you know, accidentally destroying evidence or moving scents or things like that. And we didn't really understand. I don't think we still do as a community. There were things with that made us uncomfortable, including at one point, like, ad went down, and but for like the third time. Now, mind you, we all had to show ID to get in and out of there. For weeks, you weren't coming and going unless you had. And for the most part, you weren't coming or going anyway, because you were on property, you know, with search crews and teams and dogs came through to search the houses and buildings and properties. And, oh, I mean, it was literally one crew after the next, after the next, after the next, after the next. And I mean that sincerely, day in and day out, for weeks and weeks, plus the helicopter overhead and the drones. And it was... But the street crews were in there. I think the number of them had gone down quite a bit. But they had finally started on this piece of property and in the right of way at a point, and we noticed weird stuff. So I was sitting down once again to remind them that wood needed to be left clean, and there were some weird questions like, how old's your daughter? And then cutting in on a spot that had already been cut that didn't make sense to me. And then right behind the question about my daughter's age, I found uncomfortable. Could have just been sensitive subject. I'm not accusing anybody of anything. Right behind it was another guy that...
Interesting, because Candace told Chris McDonough maybe it was one of the tree cutters that did it. And then JodieSue also talks about questioning the tree cutters, and they were looking at my kids weird and all that. So both JodieSue and her kind of have the same questioning of the tree service people, which I never bought unless the Sandman is part of the crew. Maybe, I don't know.
Joked about how they could take off with and be gone. Not some in particular, but how that job would be perfect for something like that. I was like,
wait. Now, JodieSue, okay, so we're to believe that the tree cutters were making kidnapping jokes the day after Summer went missing? What?
Maybe the guy just has no filter. I don't know.
Fuck
It's
out of here. No.
real inappropriate. But it wasn't. I think
No.
that same day they asked them to leave from in there, and
No.
there was some issues that they stopped letting them in. So anyway,
Bullshit.
but I'm
No.
not sure that and I'm just saying that seems to be how that transpired
Oh.
because I complained, not even sorry. So anyway, other
She
than
is
that,
full of shit.
I'm not really gonna say much. Otherwise,
A lot of shit that don't even make sense.
you know, I have watched.
You're not gonna say
You know,
much.
I know that
We're on video like
part
15.
of the thing is you know, like Candace not crying, not doing whatever, you know. And I don't think it would let y'all. I've seen her in person. I talked to her. Just talked to her last night or this morning.
Oh,
Can't remember.
remember I said that they were paying her to say certain things, and I knew that because Dawn was texting me saying, "Oh, Candace knows. Candace says that everything she's saying is fine. She can't really say anything about me. I wasn't there." And, you know, I asked Candace if what she was saying was harmful to me, and Candace is saying no, that everything's fine. I'm like, Dawn, she's lying to you. Candace is lying to you. You guys will see those texts probably tomorrow.
Or which.
By the way, now she throws Candace under the bus so bad. So, which time was you telling the truth, JodieSue? Were you telling the truth now, here, when you're protecting Candace? Or are you telling the truth now when you're throwing Candace under the bus? Which JodieSue are we all to believe? Because we're all just dumb and everything. And you're the smartest one out of all of us. So, I'm asking you, since you have told multiple different stories, which JodieSue do we believe? This JodieSue from 4 months ago, or do we believe JodieSue today that has a whole different tune and is incriminating Candace and Dawn? Which one, JodieSue? Please let me know because I'm so stupid and everything. Let us know which JodieSue should we believe?
It was one or the other though. But I mean, she was crying then. She really does sincerely want Summer found. And I don't think it would matter whether she was crying or not. I think everybody would eat her alive. I understand how the optics look. I understand how. I get it. I get it just like you all do, you know?
We Scottish
And I
mom.
understand part of the issue. Like, at first was the past tense language. Before
Right,
it was even
Zena.
heard out from y'all. I mean, like, first night I heard it, and it didn't bother me because,
I think she did,
I think
TT.
that what people who live in maybe the suburbs are easier lives, you know, they're kind of projecting. But when you live the lives of people like this, or have gone through some of the things or had the past that Candace and things have had, or, you know,
One
or
or
like
the
us, I
other.
mean, you learn how to, and sometimes maybe you seem a little, you know, it's more reality based than, and so I think somewhere you already think the worst, or you think, or it's hard to have hope when you've lived a hard life.
Trulia.
Or maybe as parents, even though it's hard for some of us to admit openly and in public, it's as a parent, which do you hope for? Right? I mean, you don't want either, obviously. You don't want either. Your best case, like you hope all those days, right? You hope that it's just got mad, wanted off, or broke a leg, or stuck, or something, right? That's your best case. But then, if they're taken, I mean, let's be real, these people don't take these children to Disney World, guys. And they're either kept and tormented, or they're tormented and it's over. And as people who've lived harder lives, I don't, you know, I don't fault them for using past tense. And I know they still have hope. I know Candace does. I know we all do. I
Fizzle.
know she cries for that baby.
That's funny.
And I know she wants her home. Just like I know she misses her sons. So, anyway, I will be back.
Of course you will. Oh, my lordy. Okay. What one were we on? I don't even know anymore. This is wild. Oh, no. Okay. 14, 15. Okay.
Sorry. I had to take a small break. Anyway, the glare is real. So, I mean, like I said, I know.
Dr. Phil.
I know.
Yeah,
that,
I'm convinced. I am convinced that she took her glasses off because you could see. I actually tried to multiple times take screenshots, but they were all too blurry. But I think she realizes that you can see someone in the glasses, and she takes them off really quick so that we can't see who's there.
Summer's thought of and missed and cared for. And I know the community wants her home, and Candace definitely does, And I don't think Candace had anything to do with this. I don't think the boys had anything to do with this.
Not the same tune she's saying now. So which JodieSue do we believe?
In me personally, I think she was taken.
She was paid to say this, by the way. I had that conversation with Don. I was like, I think Candace paid her to cover her ass and not yours, Don.
By who? I don't know. I don't think it was animal related or anything, or I'm quite positive we would have all found tracks and obvious signs. But like I said at the beginning of this,
she did say that.
had
That's
you
what
2
I'm going
seconds
here.
before that day, before the calls for Summer started coming off that hill, ever asked me if our children could be taken from us on Candace's property or the one we were on until just a short few days ago, I would have laughed. Because on our particular properties, and I think I missed this point earlier and got a little distracted, the one connected to Candace, fully connected, had never even seen Summer. And there's nothing but, like a little bit between them, but they had never laid eyes on Summer. Didn't know what she looked like. And they're good people. I mean, it's not anything like that. It's just that that's how it works around there. And how different the views and the sounds and things are. And that's something else I need to touch on. So what I'm going to tell you next, about the sounds and why
Tell us about
it
those
is that
sounds.
other neighbors that were outside around the same time I was, or that the scream happened, didn't seem to hear it.
Now they were outside when the scream happened? And multiple neighbors were now outside the same time when the scream happened? I thought that they were inside kind of like sleeping and watching TV all together. That's what she was saying originally. But now they were outside when the scream happened, and so was another neighbor. Hey, Valkyrie.
Because of the way these properties are shaped and the road is shaped and the hollow itself is, and how drastically different it is from each property to each property.
Welcome to the YouTube crime ring web. You are now tier 3 of the spiders. Don't ask me to explain because no one can. Oh shit. Okay. Okay. I don't know if that's good or bad, but okay.
But for weeks, as these searches went on, or at night when it got quieter, or when the drones and the helicopters finally stopped, I sat there as the foliage changed and keeping watch over my own daughter and my kid, and that I was doing so was absolutely used to further abuse myself and these children, and to commit the last weeks
tinfoil
abuse against us. The Summer situation was absolutely used to manipulate, hide things from us, and to abuse us, which is pretty wild in normal people's lives.
Manipulate, hide what?
But
what could Summer's disappearance be used to manipulate and hide what from her? From them? What? I don't understand.
Over these two, especially because she's the last little girl in there. Plus, the time the boys were still in there. There's other things.
Use what over your daughter? Like for what? Are you going to say these things and then not say what? You've already dragged your kids through the mud multiple times to the point we can't even make a drinking game out of it because we would all die. And like what? What did they use? What happened to Summer against your kids and to use it to manipulate them and harm them further? So like why did they say this to your kids, and to have your kids do what? Like, what did your kids have to do? So they were like to your daughter, like, what? Wash the dishes, or else you'll end up like Summer, or like what? You guys see what I'm saying? Like, what was it? Don't just come on here and say these things, but fucking call us dumb because we don't know what the fuck you're talking about. Now I'm listening to you for 100th time, JodieSue, and again, you should have to pay people to listen to you, JodieSue. That's the honest to God truth, because it's terrible. It's terrible. But unfortunately, you're talking about something that we all care about, and so we have to watch you, and that's abuse. Okay, so I really, it is a little bit against my will that I listen to you, but trying to figure out where Summer is. I don't understand. Don't come on here and say these things without some kind of substance to it. Like, what did Andy say to your children to get them to do what? Tell me more. Was he doing something bad to your kids? Did he use Summer's disappearance as a way to manipulate them into doing those kinds of things? What were they like? Did he say you'll end up like Summer if you don't clean your room? You'll end up with Summer if you don't clean the dishes? Like, what was it? You have to tell us more than that, because nothing is adding up or making sense. But you want to sit here and call us all fucking stupid.
I'm not gonna name, because even though some of these groups don't have a problem like with property maps coming out and this coming out, and maybe don't realize sometimes that it could be leading predators right back in, or especially with it being common knowledge that the very thing that makes this community is also maybe its vulnerabilities, like cell phone service, cop time, so posting or sharing some of the property stuff, or I know there's been a lot of people since the beginning going real life. We've had more than a few, and just not long before we got there. I mean, we had people that were probably mistaken. I don't know, but they were in there screaming at other neighbors going through cancer treatment, just like I was, pulled in for no reason. They were screaming at them, and then combined are calling my daughter a freak. And I mean, you just don't understand. And Bigfoot hunters and psychics fighting in the middle of the road, and the wildness. So had a perpetrator come back in, we don't know. And it would have been hard to tell with all the real life people coming in there. It just added more confusion once the road was opened back up, and chaos for all of us, and definitely kept myself on point. No sleep, cancer. I mean, it was some of the most difficult weeks of my life, and it weighs heavy.
Cancer.
This was, and there's past tense, and I'm sorry. This is a child we know personally. When I've changed the diapers and fed her,
right, Lily?
Just seen her in person just a day or two before. And as you can imagine, my children did not take it well, especially my daughter, and she's sensitive. Anyway, and knowing that our abuser used that knowledge against her is one of the last things he tormented her with personally, was about Summer and how she felt about it and did things to make sure. But we went through weeks of my youngest being scared and having all kinds of, and she still is very sensitive to it, obviously. And
this girl, she still has Baltimore around her children and her. To this day, he still goes around them.
Sorry.
She's gross.
The neighbors connected. And here's the thing: I asked for somebody to help me run testing or something, because all these nights that I walked this bank and these hills in the woods and make sure of sounds and how I was hearing things, especially as the foliage changed, because it does change and pick up differently during different seasons. I was trying to make sure as all the foliage that it hadn't changed it too much. So
what?
Anyway,
what's transferred?
Pieces kind of came together.
She's talking about hiding her scent, and
I was just trying to have confirmation
scent
of that.
transference and all this shit.
That. And until recently, so somebody did, and we kind of made sure that would happen before our final days at the property recently, and it's on videotape. It's been recorded. That I'm not wrong. I wasn't wrong from the beginning. But the reasons why this sound was picked up by us, and we heard the scream, but Candace couldn't, the other neighbors couldn't, but we could hear it clear as day. Hold on.
How many more do we have?
And I'm trying to do this in a way that doesn't bother my other neighbors. So all I'm going to say is that
Oh.
my neighbor, despite
We
being
will all
closer
die.
in a way,
Mm.
can only hear what's coming off the left side of Candace's top of her hill on one side of it. The day I went and visited, the boys were still there. Some of the last days they were there, and they were, like screaming, like playing, full out playing, very loud. I mean, like, very loudly. I can hear them clear as a bell at my house.
Did that make you
At the
mad,
house.
JodieSue?
And cabin, and I can hear them all the way down the road, and then you get to that property because I was visiting for another reason with this particular neighbor, and they made it a point to say,
I bet I know what that other reason was. Were you paying back a debt for the other neighbor too? Or was you visiting Don to pay back a debt that he was telling me about?
some stuff like, well, we've not heard the boys in weeks, are they still over? And I'm like, 2 seconds ago, like, they were screaming as we pulled in. Y'all didn't hear? Nope, couldn't hear them. But while on this particular property,
JodieSue has pretty curtains. Oh, Robin. Dawn says she has a pretty mouth.
like banging or something was happening on the left side, you hear clear as a bell.
Banging was happening?
So they're only able to hear what's on the left side and top in one area coming down. They can't hear what I hear on ours. Candace can't hear the screams, like, she couldn't hear me scream from the bottom area where, if somewhere had been snatched, taken, muffled, let go, like at the bottom driveway areas, she couldn't have heard that. There's a way that their bank does, and the hollow carries it. She couldn't hear me. She's not going to hear that scream. And then there were several incidents that were in between these that helped me figure out. And I don't really want to say much about them, just because they would be identifying enough, and part of that's public record to show which properties were what and which people heard what, and things. But there were things that happened, including like the police report I had to make. And then I heard gunshots in one area, but other people can hear it. And we had a trespasser one night, but nobody, and other things happening. And so that right there told me, because certain people couldn't hear certain things, to not that. So we tested the theory, right?
Gunshots?
And had children scream just a few days ago in the same spot. As we were in the cabin in the same spots with the bed still there before I packed it up and moved it, and all of the
Did
things.
she
still in the
just
same
say there
place,
was
and almost sitting on
gunshots?
foliage, and as summer's lightning down,
You sure do have a
summer
birdie
started off, so it's
mouth.
more like it was. So
JodieSue.
either way, kind of proved that there's a reason why we could hear it, but why Candace could not, and why other neighbors could not, but thought they should have, and but we've all realized now why that is. Which we knew that on this particular piece of property, it kind of picks up everybody's in the entire road anyway, just at different ways. Plus, this particular piece here that we were on until just a few days ago also picks up literally, like, there's this one cow that drives me insane. It was like it was in the cabin doorway, but it's all the way out on the main road near the end of Simpson Loop, on the very tail end of it. But it sounds like it's right, so I can also hear noise just like that from the main road. It depends on what, but that particular piece that we were on until just a few days ago kind of is, if you wanted to be the neighbor from Bewitched, that's the property for you. That's all I'm saying. But regardless, there was a very real reason, several of them why it is that we heard and nobody else did, and maybe why people doubt, or maybe why it wasn't taken as seriously, because everybody's like, but well, other neighbors didn't. That's all I can say is, what we heard was not an animal. It was not a kick dog. My kids immediately picked it up as the kids, but to me, I wasn't thinking summer. And it's one of the only regrets I think I've ever had in my life, and it has been throughout this. I mean, it's like, what if this and what if that? And I'm not a what if person, but I'll tell you with this, I have been what if, and I wish I'd done a lot of things differently that day.
Mm-hmm.
And I still don't know how I missed something so, especially in that state of hypervigilance and I just don't understand. So, but otherwise, I'm going to kind of leave everything after after the cops get there and all, everything else off the table because, I
What
think
the
it's those first
fuck?
few minutes and hours that are crucial, maybe the day before, the weeks before. But, I still, in my soul and gut, believe that Candace had nothing to do with this.
Oh,
Boys had nothing to do with this. I think somebody took Summer. Who? Why? I don't know. I wish I did. But where it concerns answers, I'm
like all of
closer than
that
anybody else on the face of the earth right now.
16 damn videos to hear her say basically, you guys.
And we can all only hope that somebody eventually has an aha moment or figures it out and finds her and brings her home.
JodieSue stops lying.
I know that all of us hope that everybody keeps sharing her information and picture and doesn't forget her, and looks at every little that you see to make sure it's not her.
She's terrible. She's live right now.
Truly give of themselves.
Ooh, it's scary.
They'd give you someone else. They would harm others. They would destroy others. But not to do right. Not for Summer. Not for answers or justice or truth. They do it for greed and they do it for themselves. But never another. But that's on them. That's them, man. Oh, yeah, Penny, they're always about those gotcha moments. But they don't have gotchas. They have just...
What is she even talking about?
They do. It's sick. It's like little cults in each room, each soap opera.
Oh, like little cults? No.
They know what they're doing to these people, man. It is. They get little cult followers. They get vulnerabilities. They watch.
I do not have cult followers. JodieSue, you bitch.
Y'all stand me? I ain't got no more talk. I'm pulling up on you, nigga. Put some respect on my name. Respect on my name. Respect on my name.
JodieSue.
Put some respect on my name. Put some respect on my name. All three of y'all. Put some respect on my name. Y'all stand me? I ain't got no more talk. I'm pulling up on you, nigga. Put some respect on my name. Put some respect on my name.
Come on, JodieSue.
Y'all done. Put some respect on it. 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 Put some respect on it.
Well, y'all, I love you guys. Thanks for hanging through that. I still don't know anything that she said. I have not learned anything new, and I still believe that is why law enforcement says that it's unfounded. Which, one more time, just in case she watches, we are going to just one more time. Unfounded. Just to remind her what that means. Having no foundation or basis in fact. Not found. Definition of unfounded. Remaining unknown, undiscovered. A path that links our shores with a shore. Unfounded. Yep. Groundless, unwarranted. Everything out your mouth, JodieSue. Unfounded. All right, y'all. Thanks for hanging. Thanks, everyone, for being a part of the chat tonight. I'll be back tomorrow. Tomorrow, we're going to do some Courtney Strebel, though, because We're going on 18 years next month, July 9th. July 9th, 2004. So July 9th, next month is going to be 18 years. So, and they do now label her not as missing anymore, but a homicide, just no body. And it's what I hope Summer's case doesn't turn into, if that makes sense. But so thanks for hanging. Thank you to my awesome mods. Thank you to all my members. Thanks for being part of the crazy train. Choo choo. And thanks everyone for listening. I will see you tomorrow. Thank you for the super chats, the PayPals, and the Cash Apps. Thank you guys. Love y'all. Good night.